Okay, so this is an exercise I saw a video of Scott Brash doing, and I saw a video of Scott Brash doing, and I think it's an undeniably good exercise. It has just about everything you need to practice, and once you're doing this well, you'll be in really good shape to go to a show, which makes it a great exercise to set up before a show. So I've chosen to demo this on my big goofy 5-year-old today, just so you can see it's possible on a relatively green horse, as long as you keep it nice and small for them. Okay, so the setup is as follows. Down the one long side of your arena, set up an oxer, and then 20 paces away, set up a vertical, and then 8 paces from the vertical, an oxer, so that it rides 4 strides to a 1-stride double combination. You want to try set this line up so it's located roughly in the middle of the long side of your arena. Then, next to the last element of the combination, on a curve 28 paces from the first oxer, you set up a vertical. That related distance will ride 6 strides. And lastly, next to the first oxer, on a curve 24 paces away from the combination, you set up your last oxer. That related distance rides 5 strides. Now, if you're jumping this exercise small like I am, you can make your related distances 1 pace shorter, so you don't have to chase your horse through your lines to get a good distance. Okay, so it rides as follows. Start off with the oxer and 4 strides to the double combination. Then it's a turn back to the vertical and onto the first oxer on 6 strides, followed by a turn back to the last oxer and onto the double combination on 5 strides. Now there are several different ways you can ride this exercise, and you can experiment with those. I've only done 2 in this video, and the second way is as follows. You start off with the double combination, then 4 strides in a straight line to the oxer. Then you turn back to the oxer, going to the double combination on 5 strides, followed by the turn back to the vertical, and then onto the oxer on 6 strides. Okay, so the first thing to think of is your approach to number 1. It's easy to come into number 1 too quietly, which will make the line or the double combination ride too long. So before you start, make sure you get your canter up to a good jumping pace and then go to number 1. Then your turnbacks. On tight turns, your horse's stride length usually shortens. And on a short stride length, you are more likely to get deep to a jump. As the old saying goes, you creep, you get deep. If you get deep to the jumps off the corner, it will in turn make the related distance ride a little longer. So make sure you keep stepping forward through your corner. It's always super important to jump the jumps leading onto the related distance on a curve straight. That way you'll automatically go onto the correct line for your related distance on a curve. And your related distance has a really good chance of riding well. You do this by riding a good turn back to your jump. So you need to be really focused on riding a good turn back and getting absolutely straight for the jump. If you fall in on your turn, you'll jump the jump at an angle and you'll go too direct and your line will ride very short. If you miss your turn and go too wide, you'll also jump the jump at an angle. This way you'll go too wide and your line will ride too long. So be super focused on riding your turn well to both these jumps and make sure you jump the jump straight.